Okay, we're live. We're live and direct. So, as you all may know, news has been announced that Ryan Garcia, Javante Davis, April, Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, no, there's a lot of particulars in association with this thing that are interesting. Both sides are basically confirming that they've reached amicable terms. Give me a second. Both sides are basically saying they've reached amicable terms in order to do a deal, but they haven't actually exchanged contracts yet. That's per Joe Markowski. They haven't actually exchanged contracts yet. The pen has not hit the paper yet. The ink has not hit the paper. So this is essentially preliminary news. Feel me? It's still encouraging because you have Oscar saying it. You got Stefan Espinoza saying it. You got Ryan. You got Javante saying it. So it's still good news. You know, it's not even wanting them to fail, approaching the subject with skepticism. It's approaching the subject with skepticism, knowing that it could be difficult to do the fight because there's two different promoters involved, two different platforms involved. The U.S. broadcast rights, who's going to get them, who distributes the pay-per-view, and at least based on the information that's out there, what is out there, DAZN is going to get to distribute the fight. It just seems a question of where. Do they distribute the fight like what, in the UK? Do they distribute it in Canada, parts of South America, parts of Europe? Because the bulk of the value, the bulk of the money for the fight that is going to generate where people are most interested in it is going to be the United States. That's where people going to want to see that fight the most. So, you know, there's still questions that need answers. And Javante Davis is going to have a tune-up fight. He is going to have a fight before that. If you go to, I think it's Michael Benson's Twitter, it says that he's fighting January 7th. So he is still going to be fighting in January. Legal Eagle Andrea Burkhart. She stated that he has 2 court dates pending early next year. And you kind of gotta wonder, because he has 2 court dates pending, could that affect the fight? His fight is very early in the year, January 7th. I believe that it's before the 2 court dates. Let me just check. Let me make sure. Will was goody. Shout out to my man Will with the super duper ooper chat. You know what I'm saying? About to go look. Hold on. I got hold on. Y'all hold up. Cause I'm doing a thing. Right now, Sean. You know, I wanted to do this early because I actually want to go to bed early. So, yeah, I mean, that's why I'm doing this early. Very nice conversation with the reigning Unified Ring Magazine and lineal champion Natasha Jonas. Always nice to talk to. Very gracious with the fans. Yeah, see, this is interesting, guys. Legal Eagle, Andrea Burkhart stated, the Florida trial for Javante is set for the 11th before his fight, and the Maryland trial is set in February. So you got a court date in January, a court date again in February, and you kind of got to wonder what effect that might have on an April fight date. What's that, 3 or 4 months after that? 4 months, basically 4 months into the year. You kind of got to wonder if the reason that they doing it that way is to see what happens with those court cases. See if he could beat the charges or something like that, you know, depending on what the ruling is or what, you know, what have you. You know what I mean? It's very interesting indeed. Julius, I'm a bit late, but how do you feel about Tank's fight in January possibly being Hector Garcia? He recently upset Colbert, became WBA champ at 130, but robbed some poor dude in an 11-rounder before that. I'll say this much. Hector Garcia is not to be trifled with. It was Sulem Urbina that told me that he comes from a good amateur background. She actually seen him. She knew him in the amateurs, and when they was coming up in there. And you know, he's a big, strong guy. He's ambitious. He's riding high, confident. It's a solid fight for it's a solid fight. Well, not really, because he ain't proved nothing at 135, and in all likelihood, that's where Gervonta is going to fight him. He's going to fight him at 35. So it's like, why don't you just fight a goddamn lightweight? Why are you fighting a super featherweight? You know, so mixed feelings, because Hector is a good fighter, but he's a good super featherweight. Now, watch out, because my son acting dumb and like he want to get spanked or something. And yeah, yo, you know what I mean? Like, it's like mixed feelings. Hector should be fighting other super featherweights. That's what he should be doing. That's how I feel. That, like, the way they move them guys around, it's like there's no career path. Like, why is Hector going up to 35, bro? He got a real title at 30. You got a baby belt at 35. What is the point? You know what I mean? But, you know, I don't even know if it's going to be Hector. I didn't see anything that says it's going to be Hector. But if it is Hector, it's like mixed feelings. You know what I mean? There was a lot of people that pretend to know what they talking about all the time, saying that the Zone should simply acquiesce to Showtime because they're supposedly the bigger platform, not for boxing, but motherfuckers don't want to understand that. You know what I mean? That Showtime's subscriber base, the bulk of it, are there for TV shows, not sports. They're there for TV shows. So if you got 35 million subscribers, for example, or 33 or 35, whatever it is, and less than a million or less than 500,000 regularly tune into your boxing programming, what does that tell you? That most of your subscribers don't watch boxing, bro. It's common sense. It's common sense. But the argument that in some circles made is that because Showtime has 35 million viewers, oh, it's bigger. Like, how you figure that, though? Most of their viewers don't watch boxing. In fact, their viewership has been going down year by year for boxing. Yeah, it's been going down. All you got to do is look at the TV ratings. That's all you got to do. De lo mío, que lo que manín. Why is Canelo's tune-up in May a career-defining fight for most of these PBC fighters? Porque esos tipos no sirven, man. Esos tipos no sirven. Ellos no quieren pelear con Canelo porque opinan que le van a ganar. Ellos quieren pelear con Canelo because they want to get paid. And yes, that's very different. Que cuando a ti te gusta tu chance en una pelea, you do what Holyfield did. You do what Floyd Mayweather did. You do what Devin Haney did more recently. Tú haces los sacrificios. Ellos no están haciendo sacrificio. They're playing it safe, waiting. It's a wonder we're even getting Plant versus Benavidez. Y la única razón que él quiere pelear con ese güero ahora es because Canelo already knocked him out. Que cuando he was undefeated y tenía un título, they didn't want to make that fight. No, 2-3, 2-5. Mierda y bullipeo. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. Look, what I think is Canelo's gonna do his own thing irrespective of them, because, and I say it all the time, the people online or the people on Twitter, those people, they don't want to understand that Canelo does not need these guys. So he gonna move however he feel like moving. You know why? Because these guys don't have a big enough following to make him do a U-turn, or for there to be an outcry, a real demand. The demand for a Benavidez fight is not dissimilar from the demand for an Andrade fight or a Charlo fight or any of those other types of fights. It's not a lot of people. So irrespective of this guy or this guy, you can't please everybody. And he already making his money without them because they not doing what they got to do to make themselves a big draw. No, you're not doing what you got to do when you put that unification match on the back burner. That could have been you with 2 alphabet titles. Yeah, I ain't want to do that. It is what it is. Canelo making Garcia. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Shout out to Canelo. You know what I mean? It's just that's the same conversation that we've been having, me and Drew and Jay and the other guys, that these cats don't want to put in the same work that Floyd had put in before he even got to fight Oscar, that Canelo's been putting in over the years. A lot of his biggest critics now, they used to like him, But as soon as it became a Heyman situation, oh, now y'all don't like Canelo because Heyman can't control him and Heyman don't puppeteer him the way he puppeteered those guys. Now all of a sudden he's public enemy number one with the most irrelevant group of fans in boxing. Because the Heymanites is the most irrelevant fans in boxing. Y'all motherfuckers claim to love some shit, but all y'all do is steal pay-per-views. The guys y'all like, why are they metrics so low? I could tell you in a heartbeat. Because y'all motherfuckers is stealing them fights. It's not complicated. Motherfuckers is fire sticking the shit out them fights. But me, I support. You know what I'm saying? I buy. I pay. Y'all don't. That's why y'all be looking on Twitter to find me so you can have an argument with me and shit. Motherfucker, I argue with my wife. You know what I mean? You don't matter. I'm not going to argue with you unless I'm going to get some money out that shit. Then I'll bring you here and we can argue here because I'm not going to be arguing with you about what you think about boxing, bro. Get the fuck out of my face. I don't care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers making whole ghost accounts. It was some doofus trying to talk to me. It was Nesta Gibbs. Shout out to Nesta Gibbs of the Boxing Voice. He chewed out that airy boxing guy from Twitter for trying to downplay European fighters. You know what I mean? And I said that, like, yeah, it's a lot of fans like that in America, that they're very xenophobic when it comes to foreign fighters. They like to act like European fighters ain't no good when most of the medalists in the Olympics and the amateurs, most of them come from Europe. So I don't know where you get the European fighters are not good boxers. You know what I mean? But there's fans like that in America that they think they're in the 80s or the 90s or some shit. Like, nah, motherfucker. So that's to check that dude, right? Check that dude. And then I said that, like, yeah, yo, it's a lot of American fans like that, that they're very xenophobic. Like, they think they're the center of the universe, yada, yada, yada. And out of the clear blue sky comes some ghost account with no profile picture. They never have a profile picture because they don't want to attach a face to the stupid-ass shit they say and the stupid-ass behaviors they exhibit online. And I'm like, fam, go tell your therapist all that shit. What about when Europeans be downplaying Americans? All I said was, okay, show me somebody that did that. Show me somebody. Because the most awful, disrespectful, bigoted shit I see is coming from Americans. It's not coming from them Europeans. It's literally coming from Americans. I'm not saying that Europe is a perfect place, but I'm saying that a lot of the nasty, awful things that I see, a lot of the ignorant shit, oh yeah, that ignorant shit is coming from America. It's not coming. They don't be saying that shit that y'all be saying. Y'all act like a motherfucker from Europe can't fight because he from Europe. Go fight him then, motherfucker. See if he can't fight. Silly ass motherfuckers. Thank you, Al Heyman. Shout out to my man Willie Lynch. I heard that Teofimo versus Pedraza is off, but instead we get a Teofimo versus Sandor Moya. That is a damn good fight. I don't know if I want to talk about that now or if I want to break that down tomorrow in an episode of the Relay. We'll see how I'm feeling. Maybe I do both. Very convenient how this news dropped after Canelo said he on DAZN all 2023 and all of a sudden DAZN involved in assuming financial risk. No, that's the funny shit. If you read the tweet, at least the stuff that I read, what it indicates is that Showtime is paying a production cost for the show, but they're sharing the signal. So that means that even though y'all footing the bill to do the fight, DAZN still gets to sell it on their platform. They still get to get some money out of it because they still get to sell it on their platform. And we're silly, know-it-all ass motherfuckers. Y'all know who I'm talking about. It's some know-it-all ass motherfuckers that was saying not but 2 days ago that, oh, DAZN can't be telling Showtime this and show. Yes, the fuck they can, because Showtime is in the crapper. Fuck is y'all talking about? Showtime's ratings is down. Their subscribership is down. The fuck is you talking about? The fuck do you live in a fucking bubble? They numbers is not up. Their numbers are down. Silly ass motherfuckers. Been saying the same shit. You ain't got to be motherfucking. You ain't got to have a background in TV and media to look at those TV ratings and look at those metrics and look at those business reports and see that Showtime is not only losing subscribers in droves, their viewership is down, and it's stayed down for a long time. So when your argument is, oh, well, DAZN is supposed to just do whatever Showtime says because Showtime is a better platform. Is it a better platform? We ain't talking about TV shows and shit. We talking about boxing, right? All right, is it a better platform for boxing? The subscribers that DAZN has are there for sports, right? Whereas most of the subscribers that Showtime has, they are not there for sports. That's why most of them don't watch most of those cards. That's why. Yo, click the link, Q. Click the link, Q. About to shoot you this link right now, yo. Get in these boxing talks. You know what I mean? I was going to do an episode of the relay, but I'm like, nah, I want to do 3 episodes tomorrow, so I'll just do a live today. I'll do another live today. Then I'll probably do 3 episodes tomorrow, maybe 2 episodes in a live on Saturday. Got to keep a schedule, you know what I mean? And yeah, man, you know, so it's supposed to be encouraging, but what's important to know, there are 3 very important particulars in association with this story that you need to know. And 1, the fight is not signed yet. The ink has not hit the paper. 2, Gervonta Davis has 2 court dates between his next fight and the Ryan Garcia fight. He has 2 court dates. 3, depending on what happens with those court dates, I don't know. I wish we could get Andrea Burkhart on here, give us some legal advice. Matter of fact, I'm going to shoot Andrea the goddamn link. Why not?
Yo, what up?
What's good, yo?
Yo.
So what you think about this news, man? Tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel.
Excited.
Excited? You excited?
Yeah. Partially, because it's in April. Now a lot can go down between now and April, especially that court case.
That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah, man. This seemed like to me, bro. I think I heard this same story with AJ twice against Fury. Feel like I heard this same story a couple of times with Spence and Crawford. It just seems like these agreements in principle don't really mean much anymore. Just off the fact that if it ain't no pen on paper, then ain't nobody legally bound anything. And if they ain't bound anything, they can find a way out of it if there's ever an issue. And like you said, man, these court cases coming up, that's a long time. If they talking about April, that's a long time for something to go wrong, for him to have a shitty lawyer, for him to, I don't know. By April, hell, he might be serving some time by April.
I mean, that's the main thing. That's one of the things that grabbed my attention. Shout out to Andrea Burkhart, because she's been keeping up with the legal part of this. That he's coming back in January against who we don't know yet. It's not announced, but they're saying Hector Garcia, irrespective of who it is. Right, his next fight is in January 7th, and then in between January and April is 2 court cases. We don't know what's going to happen with that shit. What if they throw the book at Gervonta, the whole book and the gavel? Then what? Then where's the fight?
And them court cases start in December, if I remember right. Them court cases starting before even the first fight.
No, they got pushed back to next year.
They got pushed back. Now, let me see because she put the court cases up on Twitter. She put the dates.
They're gonna let him have Christmas with his family before they lock him up.
You never know, but you see how I'm coming at this shit,
and
right?
Then you know what else? The cynical person in me, Jules, feels this could be an elaborate ruse just to pump up the buzz for his pay-per-view in January, because they know he might go away.
Could very well be. The first court case is after the fight, just a few days after his January 7th fight. The first court case, the Florida one, is on the 11th. The one from Maryland is in February on the 16th. So is the reason that nothing is signed because of them court cases? It's a question, not a statement. But is the reason, because they both say it. Joe Markowski said it. The Oscar De La Hoya Golden Boy tweet says it. They haven't signed it yet. They haven't even exchanged contracts yet. So the fight is not done. It's not done.
It's not done. Exactly. So why are we all hyped up I think it's bullshit. The fact that they say, "Hey, it's done," when really it's first of all, let me say hi, hermano, hi, Pano, hi.
Hi. With your rude ass.
I know I'm so rude. I'm so sorry. I just got so hyped because they said it's done, but it's really not done.
It's not done because, like, I was reading through it, and I always read first before I react. And if you look at what Joe Markowski said, the contracts aren't signed. They haven't even exchanged contracts yet. So until that happens, the fight is not done. What you're announcing is that you agreed to something. You agree. Okay, cool, awesome. Until you sign on the dotted line, there's no fight. Anything can happen.
I
think it's promotion.
It's promotion for a fight nobody wants to see, which is going to be Tank versus Hector Garcia.
Yeah,
no, all right,
but
I'm
they
gonna
also
go one at a time because all right, one at a time. It's like 10 people up here. I'm gonna start with Julio. Okay, let me start with Julio. Julio, first, do you believe that they're gonna fight?
I think they might fight after he gets out of jail, after he's done washing people's drawers in jail. Because I think what this is, I think he's doing this to promote his let me get a paycheck before I get into do my legal shit fight against Hector Luis Garcia. So that's what I think this is.
All right, let me go to JBN. JBN, do you believe that they gonna fight?
Nah, man, I don't believe they gonna fight because with all the court cases and everything that's gonna happen, you don't know how long you're gonna be in there, man. So if they were gonna fight, it would be now, so he could get that last big paycheck. And I feel like this is just another case of Spence and Crawford where they're just going back and forth and nothing happens.
Candace, is this bullshit?
I really want them to fight because, for number one, it would make lit everyone if people want to jump off the fucking Golden Gate Bridge if Devontae Davis would have lost. But I keep on thinking I want this fight to happen, and it's just like I said, if you don't go to jail, I think the fight will happen. It's just like everybody said, they just want to get all the legal stuff out of the way, not just with the court cases, but like you said, like the whole contract and all that other stuff. They want to get all that shit out the way before it can really be. It will really come to fruition.
Let me go to Virtuoso. Virtuoso, are they gonna fight or what the fuck is this?
Listen, man. Gervonta Tank Davis better pray this fight happens, but because if he's found guilty, Al Heyman is going to use his personal commissary.
Oh shit! All right, Drew says, let me read what Drew wrote. I bet Ryan got to get. Yeah, I bet you he fucking did, Drew. Bet you he did. Commissary ain't cheap. Let me go to Q. Q, is this fight gonna happen?
I think it happens, but I don't think it happens now. I think it eventually happens at 140. I think something's going to go wrong between now and April when they're trying to do the fight. Because realistically, who sets up a fight before the fight you just announced? Hank mentions that they're going to have the fight agreed, yada, yada. But he ain't said nothing about this January fight. I've never heard of somebody saying, unless they're like a prospect, you know what I'm saying, where they'd be like, hey, we're going to do, 2 fights in the next 2 months. But for somebody that's doing a fight this big, I've never heard of somebody announcing a fight before the fight that people want to see. And the fight you're talking about is the second fight of the deal. It's not even, that doesn't make sense. I've never heard of that.
I never heard of that. Not just like you with a prospect. Yeah, you might have 2 fight dates with a prospect. Y'all ain't prospects. And you and that, and just, I think it was Julio that said it, that, you know what I think? Y'all probably doing this shit with Ryan and Joe Markowski and them. They really trying to do this shit. But on the other end of it, I'm like, fam, y'all probably just trying to sell this other fight, bro. Y'all probably are. And then something will happen. Somebody will step on a Lego or somebody will pee on their leg. Or something going to happen. Leo, is this fight going to happen?
No, I don't think so. I think the tradition of the PVC fighters not making cross promotional fights with other high profile guys is gonna maintain. Tradition will prevail in this case.
It seems strange to me. I'm gonna go to Drew. Drew, you know, on one end you say that y'all couldn't even deliver Crawford versus Spence, but we are to believe that y'all delivered this. Do you believe it?
Man, I'll believe it when first of all, I'll believe it when I see Floyd and Oscar taking over the press conference talking shit to each other. Because we know they're not going to let Ryan and Tank get a word in, but everything that they said, don't worry about, is happening. Like, oh, we're not going to do this fight. We're not putting my fucking fighter on an app. They need DAZN's help. Canelo said, fuck you. I'm going to be with Eddie and DAZN all 2023. That fucked their plans up. He didn't even give him a chance to present him an offer. And look at the schedules, dude. Like, they did 15, 16 cards this year when they used to do 25, 26, 30.
The budget is getting smaller, bro. You and I both know it. You and I both. The budget is smaller. Not getting, it is smaller.
And what did they do before the last Tank paper? Oh, he's got beef with Floyd. He's leaving, blah, blah, blah. And that didn't work. So now let's just fucking string them along. Let's say we got the Ryan fight done. Everybody's going to be excited to see Tank fighting DC. Okay, we'll buy the fight because he's fighting Ryan next, blah, blah, blah. And make him a nice little payday before he has to go sit down on that iron vacation.
Spicy, do you believe that Spicy, what do your Spicy psychic powers tell you? Do you believe that is going to happen?
Oh, wait. Do you want me to read the cartas? You want me to ask Spirit what Spirit thinks?
Spicy Mercado. Spicy Mercado. Do you believe this fight is going to happen? Do your instincts as a boxing fan tell you that this fight is going to happen?
Yes.
You believe it will?
It will, because you have everyone from Showtime. You have both promotional, promoters saying it will happen. Now you have DAZN saying, I hope this is the beginning of, more of this. So once I got that last tweet, I was like, okay, I think it's going to happen.
The court stuff. Do we have anything to be afraid of? That he has a court date on the 11th and another one the following month on the 16th.
Well, I think when it comes to court stuff, it looks really good on his resume that he has another fight going on. So they know that he's not just a chump, they're like looking at, hey, this guy is a professional fighter and he has another fight lined up. So, why would we make him go to jail?
I mean, let's put it this way. I'll be honest. Nothing would surprise me. I'm not actually rooting for them to fail. I would prefer that they succeed, honestly. I would rather get the fight than not get the fight. I would rather they start something that results in maybe a Matchroom fighter goes to Showtime, maybe a Showtime fighter goes to Matchroom. I would prefer that. But I'm not that naive. I don't, I'm just like, no, I'm not. Shit goes wrong all the time. All the time.
And like I told you, Jules, had Canelo not said what he was going to do, we don't hear none of this shit.
I don't even, it has to be said that the PBC are relying on Canelo to some degree to help them sell fights because they have a number of fighters that keep saying things about him. So they want him to be part of what they're doing, even if he's not with them. And when Canelo says, well, look, I'm about to have a tune-up fight, and then in September, I'm fighting B-Vol, that means he done shut y'all out. Like, I didn't even get to do a relay on it, which I am going to do, but he basically shut y'all out for all of next year. All of it.
And then on top of that, Jules, they don't have no trinket belt to offer him to where they have leverage. He doesn't have to come to no negotiating table with them. It's here's what I'm offering you. Here's what Eddie sent you guys. Take it or leave it.
Q, let me go to Q. Q, it looks like Canelo Alvarez is not going to do nothing with the PBC next year. What do they do?
They being PBC?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, man. I mean, they're going to do the Plan Benavidez fight. I think that'll happen because they're not going to have to pay Canelo. I think other than that, they'd be lucky to get Jamal back in the ring. I mean, I don't really know anybody else that they really would offer to Canelo at this point. I mean,
no, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Like I told Jules the other day, they're going to have a WBC super mandatory fight between Charlo and the winner of Plan Benavidez for mandatory status for Canelo in 2024.
Possibly.
Because because they're not going to put Benavidez or Charlo in there with Morrell to fuck it up. They're going to keep Morrell away.
And even if Morrell wants Benavidez, his team don't want him. Not right now. Morrell is in the same position as David Benavidez. You're not really in position to get Canelo. Canelo do what he wants. But what you are in position to do is if he vacates, you get a vacant title. That's what they really in position. Because I'm like, is the WBA really going to order Canelo? They really want to take the belt from him to give it to you? So you can do what?
Now, let me ask you this real quick.
Oh, man. They're
real
idiots.
quick, Jules. Can we get Beterbiev Bivol before September?
No.
Ramadan's going to get in the way of that.
Mm-hmm. And if Ramadan, there's three things that are working against that fight. Q already named one of the most important ones because that's the one that's not subject to change. Ramadan. And Artur observes Ramadan. That's the first problem. The second problem is Bob Arum. Are you really going to push to get Bivol to come over? I think Eddie will send him to you if you want him. I think if you want him, he'll send him.
Better get the checkbook out.
Yeah.
Better get the checkbook out.
I'm pretty sure Eddie's confident that Bivol has a good chance to win that fight, so he'll send them.
Eddie's track record shows that he'll send his guys.
But
there's also Buatsi.
But you're also making my point for me. That's Eddie's end of it. Will Eddie send him? Yes. Does Bob want him? Spicy. Does Bob Arum want that fight?
I'm sorry. I was doing
Does Bob Arum, if Eddie Hearn, do you believe, based on what you know, do you believe that if Eddie wanted to send Bivol the top rank for Artur, do you believe that Bob would do what he has to do to make that fight?
No.
I like that answer.
Jules, does Canelo have a rematch clause with Bivol still? Yes, right?
No. There's no rematch clause.
It's voided.
Exactly. Yeah, it was voided because he took the Golovkin fight. There's nothing obligating Dimitri to fight Canelo, and Canelo's not fighting him next anyway. So that tells you that there's no rematch.
Man, he shouldn't do that fight. That does show you then that Canelo's smart, and he waited back to get a fight in, and not fight him immediately. So maybe he lets go. He lets go of it. Ya lo deja ir, ya déjalo al güey.
Es que para mí, él no debe pelear con ese tipo. Para mí, no.
Ese vato está muy grande y tiene mucho. Well, he has a lot of skill, bro. He's skillful and big.
Y ese estilo no le hace favor en el Canelo.
Yeah,
and that's how I know Eddie Hearn and that side listened to the relay. They're running the playbook Jules said Canelo should do about 4 or 5 months ago. Stall them out, stay on that side, and make them fight each other, or make them fight you.
Let Dimitri and Artur kill each other. Let them kill each other, and you pick up what's left. You shouldn't be more prideful. You're surrounded by guys that exhibit no pride, and they're using your pride against you. That you're willing to go to 175. They're not. David should have been went up to 175. You too fucking big, bro. Go to 175. Nah, you want to stay there fighting motherfuckers Canelo knocked out last year, next year, not even this year, next year. You wasting time, lazy motherfucker. Q, Bob, is he going to do what he has to do to get Bivol in the ring with Artur? If Artur beats Yard.
Only one way that happens, bro. One way that happens is if he gets Bivol to sign something long term. Otherwise, I don't think he does it. Because what's the benefit for him? Beterbiev is, what is he, 37?
Yeah, man.
So if he's 37 and he's going to put him in there against a guy that's as high as the sky right now, as far as, fighters we're talking about, there's no benefit in him putting in there with somebody who probably at this point, his guy's not a favorite against anymore if he doesn't have the other guy under a contract long term. I just don't see the benefit for him.
Using your psychic powers, because I see, what I think? Eddie doesn't want to make the Bivol fight. He wants to put distance between Canelo and that fight. And if Canelo's tuning up in May, where does that leave Dimitri? You see what I mean? It creates.
He's gonna try to take that WBC belt for Dimitri.
Like you just said, Jules, it's better for Canelo to pick up the pieces of Bivol and Beterbiev killing each other and fighting maybe a 39, 40-year-old Beterbiev for undisputed in 2024.
Yeah, maybe because he's got Callum Smith in position to where, listen, if you don't try to make the Bivol fight, right? If y'all don't try to do that after Yard, you know what happens? Callum fucking Smith happens. That's what happens. Now, I know Bob doesn't want to go. Bob doesn't want it to have to go to a purse bid with Eddie, not because he'll lose the bid, but because the fight becomes more expensive. So
Anthony Crolla all over again, bro. Anthony Crolla all over again.
You fucking know, bro. You know. So what do you do then? I'll tell you what you do. You vacate the green belt. I don't think we're going to get that fight, ladies and gentlemen. I don't. The way I see it, Artur may end up vacating the green belt, not because he wants to, but if there's not enough money in it for Bob. And Q, you made the point for me. If you can't get Bivol to sign something long term, then what the fuck is in it for Bob?
Yeah, but what else is Artur?
You just said
might as well.
Yeah, what if Bob looks at Beterbiev as expendable at this point in his career, even though he is the second best or first best?
And you just said something very smart, Jules. Let's say Bob tells Beterbiev to drop one of those belts. Canelo's in position to move up as the undisputed to challenge for any one of those.
That's true. That's true.
And if Callum Smith is vacant, and we could see a Callum Smith Canelo rematch for the strap.
Or we could see Callum Smith versus Dimitri Bivol for the unified, and then we see Canelo fight the winner of that fight. Artur is not a young man, and a lot of people don't want to understand that dude had an extensive amateur career. He has a lot of wear and tear as a professional. He's not getting any younger. Every other fight, he has an injury.
Injury prone.
So let me hit you with this, right, Q. Which style matchup presents better for Canelo?
Neither.
Between those.
Yo, man.
Yeah,
Bob?
bro. It's not ideal in either situation.
It's really not. He's better off waiting for Beterbiev to hit 40 than even touching Bivol again.
Real talk, bro. I just think in either situation, he's up against it, and that happens to every great fighter.
Bro, he's
at
just
a certain
too
point
small.
when you keep moving up, there's too much. There's too much to overcome. And I think if he's gonna win a fight at that level again, 175, I don't know. I think it happens after an upset by Callum, or if Buatsi gets an upset. I think that's the only two options I think he realistically could be.
Well, we're talking about somebody that started at 147, man.
See, stylistically, just styles, not size, pop, not physicality, but style. Stylistically, Artur has the right style for Canelo to win, but physically, he's too strong. He's too strong, bro.
And big, man. He's big. He's a big.
You don't think Canelo can outbox?
No,
for 12 rounds?
The power's too much.
He can hit him once and put him in a place that he's never been. Like, bro, go back and watch that Bivol fight. Bivol was hurting him with what little got through. Bivol was hurting him, bro. If you can't keep Artur off of you, if you can't put a dent in him, you can't stop him from coming forward. You can't outrun him. What's gonna happen?
He's gonna beat you the fuck up.
And he can box too.
And his only shot is aging overnight. If Artur looks old, that's it.
That's it. Yeah. And the thing is, does Artur, like, Canelo has the right style to beat Artur, the right style, right? You don't have the size for it, though. You don't.
His power.
You know how you call Crawford either. Like Achilles? The Canelo is Don Quixote.
Hello, kid.
Stop there. Okay, now let's put the spotlight back on Jules. What does your crystal ball say? What's going to happen?
A lot of what we want to happen will not happen. A lot of it. We're not getting under. I would love to be wrong. I would prefer to be wrong. But do I believe that we're going to get undisputed at light heavyweight? No. Not
right now, I would say, but I think Bivol is the man to do it, and little by little, Arthur's going to be getting stripped, or he's going to end up losing those belts because he is getting older.
Mira la vaina. There's an IBF eliminator that's underway con Jean Pascal y un who the fuck knows, ¿verdad? Some fucking guy, bro. Winner of that fight is likely going to be Jean Pascal. I'm going to see just hypothetically. Bob will pay for Jean Pascal versus Better Beef en vez de bregando con Eddie Hearn y Callum Smith. Because Eddie might want it, if Eddie wants it to go to a purse bid. And then, all right, here we go with this shit. Now the fight is going to be more expensive to put on than I want it to be. Because even if I win the bid, I had to pay a little more to make sure you don't get it. You know what I mean? He doesn't want that. So what do? You drop the belt. That's what you do. Like, man, fuck it.
Yeah.
Take it.
Eddie has a lot of leverage right now in this situation.
That's why Bob just needs to do the best thing for his fighter, man.
Because Callum is a banana peel, and then D-Ball is probably going to be the guy that is.
Because Eddie subscribed to Ring IQ Boxing Channel. I know he is. I know with the moves he making, I know he is.
It's the smartest. There's two things that Bob could do that could save this situation for him fiscally, because there's no money in it. I can tell you that. There's no money in it. You do two things. You either drop the title, you either drop it and go and let Artur keep fighting mandatories, right? Do that. Or send him to the zone.
Who are his mandatories?
I think there is a third option.
Say it.
Look, if I have to guess, I think Artur doesn't want to drop the title. And I think Dimitri doesn't want to fight with Callum for the vacant title. It was the undisputed fight with Beterbiev. So the third option, there is it is a reach, but the third option will be if Artur and Dimitri sit in the table and try to negotiate the fight, they put a number that drives Bob Arum to say, okay, for this money, we can make the fight. But it has to be a low offer. It has to be a sign that both fighters, they won the fight.
Yeah, because he's gonna get a percentage for just sending his guy over there, right? So
that's what I mean.
I think Bob should cash in.
That's what I'm saying, that there's two alternatives for Bob. We know Bob's motivated by money more than anything else. That's his bottom line more than doing a show. His bottom line is what's in it for me. And really they're all kind of like that, but there are only really two smart plays for Bob. You either drop the title and don't let Eddie force you into an expensive purse bid situation, right? Or you send Artur to the zone. That way you get your percentage. You don't have to worry about what the show does. If Artur loses, hey, you can fucking have him. Stay over there. That's what he did with Kovalev at Golden Boy. People forgot. Kovalev was with Top Rank before the Canelo fight. He was with Top Rank. They sent him over to Golden. They sent him over to Golden Boy, right? They sent him over to Golden Boy, and a part of the contract was, yo, if he loses, y'all can have him. And that's what happened. Y'all can have him. He not our problem.
I didn't know that before the fight.
Telling you, I did a video on it. It's the only reason I know that he was with Top Rank. Remember the Eleider Alvarez fights, the Yard fights. He was with Top Rank for those fights. And when they did the Canelo fight, a clause in the contract was that he would be a Golden Boy fighter moving forward. And that they would then they had their whole situation with Kovalev where they owe him 2 fights or 1 fight or whatever, but he ended up testing positive for some shit. He was supposed to fight the Melikuziev kid. This was over a year ago. And that fucked it all up, the deal between Kovalev and Golden Boy. But in a nutshell, Bob Arum did it smart. Like, dog, like, if you lose that thing, what the fuck am I gonna do with you? What am I gonna do? Nothing.
Yeah, sold him a lemon.
Basically, the fuck am I going to do with this guy? Nothing.
Yo, I know we haven't considered it yet, and it's very unlikely, but even if it's 5%, the whole thing could get screwed up and this whole situation could be different if Yard wins.
Yes.
The whole situation is different.
Yes.
Because if that happens...
No, there's no if Yard wins.
Yeah, thankfully that's not going to happen.
Come on, bro.
No, that's not happening.
You got to consider it.
Listen, let Q, I've been afraid to say it. I've been afraid to say it. So I'm going to let you say it. Say it, Q. Say it. If Anthony wins...
If Anthony wins, it's a whole different ball game because now anybody that wants to see those belts
got to go see Frank Warren and his cheap ass.
Yep.
And he's cheaper than Bob. And I'm not saying it's likely, but you got to consider the options. He's injured. He's going to be coming off of multiple injuries. We talking about Better BF.
Mm-hmm.
It's not completely out of the realm of possibility that something gets through, he gets hurt, and he gets knocked out. He had the same problem with Caleb Johnson.
Spicy. Can Anthony Yard win this fight?
You know, I love to think that everything is possible in boxing, but I doubt it.
Okay. Candice, can Anthony Yard win this fight?
I doubt it. Cause like I said, like I said, it'll be like a damn good miracle if he really do pull this shit off, though.
See, I entertain Q's scenario because that's Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And the one thing that could set this whole shit back years is if Anthony Yard wins. It's a wrap. Forget Undisputed, bro. It don't happen. It don't happen. And something weird, you gotta entertain it. Like, damn, B, they sent Artur to New York. Now they sending him to London. You know what I mean? No real advantages aside from his ability to fight. But he's an aging fighter. Always got a fucking injury, bro. Always. Every other fight is a fucking injury, bro. Even in fights that ain't that hard. Like, he beat Joe Smith in 2 rounds, bro. Still got injured after the fight.
For reals, man. Bob just needs to do what's better for his fighter, man, because that's really the best for him right now.
I mean, he has nobody to fight, so you might as well fight Bivol.
Yeah, he's 38. He's not a big draw. Just send him over. Like,
hey, Jules.
It's his time. If he becomes undisputed, he does. If not,
just cut your losses, Bob.
That's what, to me, the smartest play for the fans and for Bob. You'll make money because Eddie will foot the bill. All you got to do is take your percentage. Yeah. Eddie will pay for the fight. Send it.
And Eddie is going to pay this dude because you know he wants to fight for his own fighter on his own network. That's going to be the biggest payday Beterbiev has ever had.
Basically.
When they did Lomachenko and Campbell, they worked together then, so why can't they do it now?
Yeah. That would be a big fight on the zone.
Yeah.
On the zone, that
and
would
the only person who thinks that Beterbiev is a bigger draw than Bivol is Alexis. And that's about it.
I knew you were going to say that.
No, because what the hell are you supposed to say? The man beat Canelo Alvarez, bro. And he literally sat here and, listen, Alexis is cool. Don't misunderstand me. No, he cool. I'm saying that what he did to Zerto, he damn near had me believing that shit. Damn near. For Zerto to go out there and win 2 rounds in a 12-round fight.
Bro, I thought he was going to do more, but
it was really competitive, man.
Bro, I thought it was going to... I picked Bivol to win for those that didn't see the prediction video. I did pick Bivol to win, but I really thought it was going to be competitive, and it was not at all.
When that shit was 12 rounds of bag work.
Man, I really wanted it to be competitive. I was hoping, Zurdo came in with a whole new attitude, singing, selling us a dream. I was like, hell yeah. Hopefully we'll see something different from Zurdo. But we didn't.
We didn't.
Yeah. And then the worst thing is that now everybody believes that we actually thought he could win. No, we really never thought he could win.
And I was partially right. I picked Bivol to stop him. But he sparked him 10-0, 10-2.
10-2 or 11-1, bro.
Yeah, he turned a slugger into a fencer,
bro. He put him on it. What he did, he timed his jab, stayed on top of him, and forced him onto his back foot. And we all know Zerto ain't no back foot fighter. He don't fight off.
Nah.
He don't. He don't set up traps and shit like that. That's not what he do, bro. He come forward and he let him go. That's what he do, and that's when he's at his best.
There's no cha-cha to his rhythm.
Ain't no cha-cha, bro. Motherfucking Aaron says, asking Canelo can beat Beterbiev. Understand that Canelo versus Kovalev was a facade, a mirage, a hoax. Kovalev was compromised. We lost sight of that. People bought into Canelo being able to beat Usyk. I'm not going to say it was a facade. What I'm going to say is he put him at the right time, which is normal in boxing. But it's still a better win than... Look, Kovalev for the WBO at 175, right, is a better win than David Lemieux at 168, than Juan Montiel at 60. Ain't that a better win? Kovalev with a belt, even though he old, and he an alcoholic. That's still better than fucking David Lemieux, bro.
At
Yes.
this point, it's better than a Jamal Charlo win.
All right. He had a belt. I'm not saying it's the best win on Canelo resume, but it is better than what his contemporaries are doing. What's Charlo doing right now? Nothing. What's Andre doing right now? Nothing.
Charlo's retired, bro.
Nada.
I told you.
Andre's retired, right? Yeah, se fue away.
Old
He's retired.
Kovalev is still
Yeah,
better than a
vete a la
lot of
verga.
these super middleweight contenders.
Telling you. So it's not, I don't talk up that victory to say that, oh, well, that should be. No, I'm just saying that when I look at that victory, right, and I look at what y'all doing, y'all still not doing nothing. Y'all not doing nothing. You fucking should have fought Murata or somebody, bro. You should have did something. You don't want to do nothing. David Benavidez, you fought a dude that Billy Joe Saunders beat, outclassed. Fought a dude that Golovkin knocked out about 5-6 years ago. And now you about to fight a dude that Canelo knocked out last year. That's not better than beating Kovalev for a belt at a fourth weight. No, it's not, bro. It's just like, no, it's not. Motherfucking George says, this chant I'm doing is charity. Lions in the camp. I'm telling you, yo, the one thing that could set everything ablaze and make everything go wrong is if Anthony wins. Because that means no undisputed.
But he still has mandatories, don't you think?
I mean, Artur...
They can still take some belts away from him because...
Callum,
yeah.
Right after. And lo que dijo Mauricio, he said that the mandatory takes precedence, yada, yada, yada. But we know how this works. The only way you get around Callum is if you try to make the Bivol fight. I don't see Bob talking about that. I don't see Frank. I don't see nobody talking about that. They're like, yeah.
Rumor has it they will try to do that Bivol versus Better Beef, and hopefully have that contract done by January.
¿Quién dijo eso?
Sources.
Bob said he's willing to do the fight, but he doesn't want to put it on the zone, so he's not serious then.
Bob isn't, but Eddie is.
Eddie can't make Bob do it. Look, entiende. Bob has Top Rank. They have to be the ones to push.
Pero como dices, dinero habla, ¿verdad? Money talks.
Sí, pero in other words, the petition to file an exemption to the mandatory, eso no puede venir de Eddie. It has to come from Bob. It has to come from Top Rank because it's their fighter. So si tú estás diciendo, mira, we don't want to fight Callum porque vamos a pelear con este tipo, it has to be Bob saying that. And I don't see him saying that.
No, there's no, he's not going to fight Callum. That fight's still going to happen.
Bueno.
Pero el de Bivol might happen later on in the year.
Put it this way. That's the reason that I feel there won't be undisputed. If, let's say, look, Artur beats Yard, then Callum viene con su mierda, he wants his title shot. Está bien. That's going to create a situation where it's like, all right, Callum wants a lot of money, and most people don't realize that. Most people don't know that Callum wants a lot of money for a fight. So if he doesn't like the deal that Bob gives him, they don't reach a deal, it goes to a purse bid. Then the shit I was telling you before, then it becomes that. They're like, fam, I'm not going to pay an arm and a leg for no Callum Smith, bro. No. Fuck out my face. You're not getting that. And then when y'all don't reach a deal and the deadline get hit, it go to a purse bid. Now I got to beat Eddie. Now I got to pay extra for this fucking fight that is not even that big.
Jules, is Yvonne Michelle involved with Archer still when it's not in America?
Sort of. The Marcus Brown fight was really and it was in Canada, and Yvonne Michelle was promoting it. That was both co-promoted by Yvonne Michelle, Jim, and Top Rank. So to a degree, yes, he's still involved.
So like it's kind of like Mr. Honda and Newey. Anytime those guys fight, the distribution rights in America got to go through Top Rank.
Pero tú ves lo que está pasando. If there were really money in doing Better Beef fights in Canada, why was he in New York then? And why is he now going to London? If there was money, that tells me, in other words, if Yvonne Michelle was turning over a huge profit in Canada off of staging Better Beef fights, then Joe would have had to go to Canada. As it stands, Artur had to go to New York. Now Artur has to go to London. Why? You not a draw. They relying on the other guy to draw, Not you. You're not a ticket seller. It's sad because he's a great fighter, but you're not a ticket seller like that.
Yeah, his last fight with Marcus Brown was in Canada, so based off those metrics, if that was good, the fight would have been in Canada again.
Exact. The next 2 fights would have been in Canada if the numbers was good. They not though, are they? So
all you gotta do is look at Adonis Stevenson. He had a lot of fights in Canada because he drew in Canada.
Exactly. Lucien Bute.
But I thought Bivol, Bitter Beer was a bigger star than Bivol, according to
Alexis is not here, bro. Don't tell me Alexis ain't here. He the one that made that cockamamie argument. That shit never made sense.
That really is crazy. Anthony Yard has a bigger following in London than he does in Canada. That's really wild.
Julius, one moment. There is another guy sleeping on your stream.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, is this the late night boxing talk or the late night boxing naps?
Yeah, because that's Michael, bro. Michael sleep again. I'm gonna leave that open in case somebody want to jump on.
He was watching the PVC card.
He's probably watching motherfucking. I don't even know. But yeah, I don't actually. But when I look at all of that, a mess like that, I'm like, I don't think we're getting this fight. I don't think we're gonna get it. Maybe we get Callum Smith versus Bivol for the newly vacated WBC, because you have to be trying to do that deal now. It's not the Yard fight is only a little over a month away. It's not far away. Like, it's really not far away for Artur. So that means that right now you need to be doing the paperwork for a Bivol fight. That if your shit is now, we want undisputed. You're supposed to be working on that now, my friend. And we know Canelo not fighting Bivol next, right? So he there if you want him. He's there.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. How do you know that?
Who's the tune-up, Jules?
Say it again.
How do you know that?
How do I know that they're filing? Are they filing? Do you know? All right. I'm gonna ask you. Do you know? Do you have inside intel?
No, I'm asking. How do you guys know that Canelo is not fighting Bivol next?
Oh, they said that. They said that his next fight is May 5th. He's fighting a tune-up.
Who said that?
That's the report that came out today.
Canelo himself said it at the launch of one of his drinks in Mexico. There's an interview out there.
Oh, okay, because I didn't see it, so I wanted to know where I could go look it up.
Well, there it is. It's not Bivol next though. He's fighting a tune-up, and then Bivol is supposed to be for September.
Jules, who do you think the tune-up
is? Oh yeah. If it's the winner of Ryder Parker or Zach Parker, yeah, that's not a tune-up, bro. Is it really? If he fights that, whoever wins that fight, I don't think that's a tune-up.
If it's I think Zach Parker is going to knock out John Ryder, and if he fights Zach Parker, that is not a tune-up.
It could have been Zach Parker Andrade and been mandatory for Canelo.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yo. You mentioned that stuff about that guy dissing European fighters.
Dickhead
American fighters are ducking 2 European fighters in that scenario.
Look, that's what. But now do you understand why I get upset? If you would have did what you had to do and stop playing around, you would have beat Zach Parker. You would have maybe I don't even know, because the point is you didn't want to fight Zach Parker, which would have got you in position for who? Canelo. You keep doing stupid ass shit.
Remind me, who are the 2 black American fighters that don't want to fight Europeans?
Fucking Charlo. Fucking Andre.
Yeah. Doesn't even want to fight.
Tank didn't want to fight Lomachenko.
Hey, you don't hear Benavidez calling out Parker either, so
Charlo
keep ducking him too.
The shit is stupid. If you would have did what you had to do earlier, because I don't believe he was injured. Bullshit. I don't believe that. No, I don't believe he was injured at all. You got a reputation for pulling out of fights. I don't believe that shit. You pulled out of that fight because you didn't want to be the away fighter on a Frank Warren show. And you don't be knocking people out, so when they go to the cards, you might lose. That's why you pulled out. But if you would have had that fight, and you believe in yourself, and you win it, you do what you got to do to win it and win big, you in position for Canelo. Right now, I think Zach Parker might get the Canelo fight. If he don't get it, it'll be that dude that's #1 by way of the IBF. I forgot his name. Cully, I think it is. Cully or Scully or some shit like that.
You know where he's from?
Fuck if I know. This is the first time I ever seen the motherfucker, and I watch a lot of boxing.
Maybe that'll be the tune-up, because Parker's really not a tune-up.
No, Parker's not a tune-up. He's a big, strong kid, man.
Send
He's big.
Berlanga over
I
there.
don't think Ryder is either. I actually kind of rate Ryder.
I mean, you look.
Ryder's good.
I rate Ryder at super middleweight as far as like, yeah, you top 15, top 10. You are, yeah. He that, but I would feel more confident that Canelo could deal with a Ryder because he a little dude. He's not big for that weight. That fucking Parker kid is a house, and he's the opposite of Callum. He let him go. He'll come at you. He let him go. He'll go to the body. He let him go. He's a big kid. That's not a tune-up fight. Just because a couple of dickheads in America on Twitter don't know who he is, that's not a tune-up fight. That's a fight. The good thing is Canelo has the style for him. That's the good thing. Yeah, he got the style for a dude like that.
Yeah, that fight, is that going to be on BT?
Oh, what? You talking about Parker and Rada?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's BT. That's BT. I believe we'll see it here by way of ESPN Plus. If ESPN picks it up.
Parker versus Ryder?
Mm-hmm. If they don't pick it up, go to fight.
I think Parker stops Ryder. ¿Verdad? Está muy grande y Ryder's too relentless. Canelo will stop Ryder too.
I think Parker's gonna stop him because Ryder is a come forward guy. He not no boxer. His shit is pressuring the guy. But you got two guys that like to pressure the guys. Just one is bigger, younger, and stronger. Big train, little train. I think he's gonna stop him. And when he does, he becomes the mandatory for Canelo, right? And then he's in position. So maybe Canelo fights him on May 5th in the United Kingdom. He said he wants to fight there. He said that over a year ago. He want to have a fight in the UK. He could fight that guy.
Let's say Parker beats Ryder, but he struggles. Is that a tune-up for Canelo now? Like, because maybe he's not what we think he is.
All right. If he looks like shit, I guess. But I really don't think he's gonna look like shit. I don't. I think he's gonna look like wow. Like even Callum Smith didn't do that to fucking John Ryder. Wow. But it could be that guy. Could be the IBF guy. Whoever he's fighting, it's not Bivol, and that's the point. So from now to all the way in September, when Canelo is supposedly gonna look at Bivol, right? What does Bivol do?
I'm thinking Eddie might try to make him and Joshua Buatsi.
Yeah, Buatsi.
On the Canelo undercard.
Bivol wants undisputed, bro.
I think Buatsi might end up being his mandatory anyway for the WBA.
Yeah, but he just satisfied his mandatory, so he doesn't have to do another one for at least a year. At least a year, yeah.
Bivol don't have too many choices though because Beterbiev gonna be in Ramadan, so it's not like he's in at that point by May.
True, very true. I don't know, man. I don't know because the WBC might give Artur a little bit of leeway because of his religious affiliations that, well, we're not going to strip him while he's observing Ramadan, right? But Callum Smith has to be next. That's what Mauricio said. So it's too sorted, man. Like, I just don't think we're going to get undisputed, bro, to be real with y'all. Not at that weight. We're not going to get that shit, man.
Too many things have to happen. The only guarantee we get undisputed is if Canelo beats Bivol, and Bob will let Artur go to fight Canelo. That's it.
No, really. The only guarantee, and it's not even a guarantee. It's that Bob is not dumb, bro. You done had Artur for 4 years, about 4 years. You're not gonna turn him into a star, bro. He's 37, going on 38. Send him to the zone. Just do it. Fuck it. You're not. What else is there to do, bro? What? More mandatories? Jean Pascal? Battle of the old men? Send him, bro. It's the biggest fight for him. It's the fight that he wants. Bivol wants it. Get your fee, get your 10%, and cut your losses because you're not going to turn this guy into a star. You're not. It's too late. Not enough time.
I think it's interesting.
Bob does give the fans what he wants, so I feel like he'll do it.
Yeah, and if DAZN is an app that nobody watches, like he says, then let them take the risk. Yeah. Let them hold that loss then.
He's not Al Heyman that definitely doesn't give a fuck about the fans. Bob, in some way,
I don't think he egregiously stops fights. I don't think he's like that.
It's rare. I'll say that. It's rare. It's not that it never happens, but it's rare. And in a situation where you got a 37-year-old unified champion, you know, you can't turn him into anything right now. Like, no, what are you gonna do? What? On one end, the Pascal fight, if Pascal wins, if he beats this guy, because I forgot who bought the rights to this shit. I think it's going to be in Canada. I think. I'm not sure. But I know that Jean Pascal is in line to become his mandatory challenger. If he beats this guy that he's about to fight, well, you could do Better Be versus Pascal in Canada. That will sell tickets, I think, because they're both, you know, Canadian-based fighters. Maybe that'll sell tickets, you know, maybe. Not a lot, but, you know. But I just don't see Undisputed, though. I hope I'm wrong.
Kind of affected the fact that third option would have been, you could have done it in neutral territory. You could have had Bivol versus Beterbiev in Russia. DAZN gets the fight in the UK. Top Rank gets the fight in the US. Everybody's happy. Everybody gets their money. But because of
I don't think they're sanctioning fights in Russia.
They're not. That's what I was about to say.
So I said that's what's unfortunate about the war, is that affected that option. That would have been a viable option if that happened.
The Middle East, though, they'll make that a big fight.
Saudi. But that would require, Bob ain't in with them Saudis, bro. Eddie is. That would require that, send Artur to DAZN, bro. There's nothing else to do, bro.
Bobby, see it as an opportunity to get some links in Saudi. Like,
yeah, like there's no other fight for a 37-year-old unified champion who has an injury every other fucking fight. Like, bruh, just send the motherfucker, man, before he's too old. I don't know, man, but it's hard to imagine that he does it because of what he said, that he's not gonna send him to DAZN, and they don't want to do any fights with DAZN. That's what he said. I hope he changes his mind, but that's what he said.
You know how Bob is. He's a stubborn ass old man. That's how they are.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, can you really trust him to do that, though? That's the last hope. If Bob going to send him to DAZN, then I give up. If that's the last hope.
He'll do it. I believe he will.
I hope he do.
Is Beterbiev Muslim?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's connected to the Middle East, man. Like, yeah. You can promote him there.
Hey, man. Back to this fucking Ryan Gersha fucking...
Who's that?
Ryan Gersha, bro.
Oh, el modelo?
El modelo, Instagram.
The TikTok, ese güey.
Gersha, bro. Ese tipo no habla español. It's not Garcia. It's Gersha. Ryan Gersha.
Yeah,
right?
dude, sponsorship. The one that's bringing the money to that fight to begin with.
Did you say Brian Gersha? Brian Gersha? Really?
It's Ryan Gersha. Él no habla español, manín. No es Garcia. It's Gersha.
Gatorade, GMC. What else he got?
Yeah, he got I think he got Hummer too. Don't he have Hummer?
GMC makes Hummers.
GMC Tampax.
Hey, if the check clear.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I think Jay's backstage, Julius. I think he wants to come on.
Oh shit, I ain't even see. But yeah, man, it's like, look, I hope they succeed. But realistically, we talking about a fight April. That's what from now. December, January, February, March. That's 5
April Fools.
I just want the fight to happen so that way, if by some miracle Ryan do beat Davis, Leonard Abbey will fucking jump off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be over. If he lost, like, the repercussions, Ryan can afford to lose. And he'll be okay if he were to, like, he'll be okay. He tried. He wanted to be great. A bunch of bullshit. Whatever. But Gervonta cannot lose this thing, bro. He cannot lose this fight, bro.
That might be the reason they never do the fight. Right there.
And it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Bro,
I got a hot take. You want to hear my hot take?
Good.
I think Ryan will stop Tank.
I'm agreeing with you.
I think
so too.
I think you will.
Nah, bro. Mexicans for Tank. Fucking that fake Mexican's gonna starch inside of 7 with his head up. And
I'm just telling you that from a risks rewards standpoint, the one who stands the most to lose in this situation is Javante. Hey, turn that volume down. That's my kids. It fucking got the TV blasting.
I think they're maybe waiting to see what the court says, and if he's gonna get a lot of time, fucking do the fight, get that money.
He's gonna be popping someone's back.
It might as well be like Mayweather after.
Can you imagine? Listen, can you imagine Sunday morning if Ryan wins?
Oh boy!
Oh Lord!
Holy crap!
I can definitely imagine that. That's not. It's not a crazy thing to say. Ryan can win this.
I tell you, I said Leonard's gonna jump on the fucking Golden Gate Bridge if Davis loses.
Mayweather Promotions is dissolved. If
it's over, it's over.
It's over, bro.
Done.
I just want to see. I just want to see Leonard and Floyd with the DAZN backdrop during the press conference.
Well, even if this fight doesn't happen, they still might dissolve because who's gonna keep watching this dog shit? Eventually, the bubble is gonna burst.
Well, you know, Julius, we got plenty of good fighters. You know, plenty of good fighters resident.
He's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter.
Like, I like Hector Luis Garcia, but who's gonna watch that?
Yeah, nobody.
Like, of the casual public.
Bro, I'm Dominican and I'm not gonna watch that.
Jules, what weight is that gonna be at, bro? Because he can't go back down to 130. He barely made 130 the last time he tried.
He's moving up, bro. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna move Hector
up for no title.
Yeah. Tank coming down.
No.
Yeah, by just 1 pound.
Bro, they got the BA, the secondary WBA regular.
Oh, that bullshit ain't no belt.
It's a Junior Whopper belt, bro. It come with fries.
The Reggie belt.
that shit is
Reggie
wild.
Davis, man. They try to keep him as close to fucking lightweight as possible, man. He can't go up.
You talking about the belt?
He's just not that quick at 140.
You know, I'm about to say, you talk about that. You talk about the belt. They probably gonna have to get at the damn vending machine at the grocery store.
Talking about the Junior Whopper belt with a side of fries and a Sprite, man. He got
the one that Gilberto Mendoza got a 3D printer for.
Listen. They really talk about that belt. They try it. I've seen them. I've heard them. They try it. That he's a three division champion. What the fuck? When? But they try it. So they'll do that fight for the BA Reggie. Yeah, they'll move him up. Unfortunately,
a fucking idiot if he does.
Three-way
Reggie his real belt, bro, to fight for a fake belt in a fight.
You know what's funny is that Leonard Ellerby, he'll say that the belts don't matter, and then promote him as a three-way world champion.
Listen.
For the Rubes.
They offered him $7 million for Tevin Farmer. They spat on it so they could put him in there with Gamboa.
For Reggie.
They have no shit. Like, that shit goes unsaid.
Yo, I think Oscar just went live.
Let me see. What he
Did he really?
Yes.
What are you talking about? Where, on Instagram?
Yeah.
Leonard declined that.
Pull it up. Pull it up, Jules.
I'm about to go. I'm about to see if I could do it right now. Hold up.
Oh, shit.
I'm about to see if we could tune into this action.
You check your notifications?
Hold up.
Wow. Oscar drunk and coked as fuck. He's exposing the PBZ tonight.
Is that what he doing? Shit.
I told you. Oscar, I'm telling you, Oscar went to Dubai, got sober, did a little player with the Muslims, and he's on one now.
Why can I not find Oscar? Fuck.
By the way, Jules, that's a gangsta ass fade, man. That blend is perfect. Whoever did that shit.
It's not perfect. I had to fix that shit.
Oh, you
look like the Punisher, Julius.
I do be punishing motherfuckers, yo.
Jules Bernthal.
Yo, wait a minute. You said he went live?
That's perfect.
I thought he did. I thought I saw a notification.
His plug must have gave some good work.
He didn't go live.
Bro, you should make a Punisher logo with the IQ logo. And
Jules Castle. Jules Castle. You'll call him that.
Yeah, he not live. If he on, because I have Oscar on Instagram. He not live.
Ya te bloqueó.
No. I have Oscar on Instagram. He not live.
Damn.
I don't know, B. In any event, look, man. Javante Davis cannot afford to lose that fight. That I know.
So literally, you don't have the money to lose that.
If he loses that fight, the whole air that he has is ruined. Whereas nobody thinks Ryan is invincible. Nobody thinks that Ryan is pound for pound. No, he's not attached to none of that hyperbole that they attached Gervonta to. Remember, they want all of us to think that he up there with Loma and Devin and Shakur. You know, he ain't gonna fight none of them. He ain't fight the people that they fought. But they want us to think, yeah, he up there with them. They can't fuck with him. If you go in there and lose to fucking Ryan, there goes the neighborhood. Nobody gonna believe that shit.
That's it.
I think both of them have a lot to lose, man.
I've been said, look, I ain't even gonna pretend. I do have something against Ryan. Fucking sissy. But he ducked Devin. Both of y'all ducking Devin. Both of y'all. Because you know his style is all wrong for the both of y'all. It'll be boring. He'll make it boring, but he will fucking beat you.
Unless you land, he'll outpoint you.
He'll beat you.
There's nothing there to counter.
Nothing there to counter. You cannot counter his jab. You can't. And if you can't get around that jab, you lose. Rolly had this dude looking crazy with his funny looking ass jab. What you think Devin would do to him? Well, I'm telling you, it's not because I like the kid. He'll beat him. And that's why Ryan didn't want to know. When George had the belts, you wanted to fight George. When Devin, belts don't matter. Belts don't matter.
I'm telling you, but it is too. There's nowhere to run, fellas. There's nowhere to run.
What these guys are gonna get experience is they're gonna experience really some. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
No, they're gonna experience some real adversity because, like, all this time they've been facing some North competition, bro.
Telling you,
yeah, I see like a Wilder Fury thing happening.
The clock's
like you finally take the step up, but it's too late.
Shakur Stevenson's there, Keyshawn Davis, Devin Haney, or the killers at 140. There's nowhere to run, really.
Yeah, like if you're Ryan, you're in a division where most of those guys will beat the fuck out of you. You're at 140, you know. Most of those guys, and I don't think Ryan is a bad fighter, by the way. I don't. But you have the misfortune of being in these very deep divisions. It's not good for you. Subriel Matias is there. Regis Prograis is there. Chung Cepada is there. Fucking Jose Ramirez is there. Josh Taylor is there. And you are you're like junior varsity. You and Gervonta, you're like junior varsity.
Hey,
like,
Jules, if Ryan wins, you're gonna have to repost that picture of Ellerby with that look on his face.
Yeah, man. Like Ryan and Gervonta. Ryan and Gervonta, y'all JV is fuck, bro. Like for real though.
I mean, let's keep it a buck though. Like, is JV a junior versus a super senior?
For real.
Nah, that shit is Pop Warner.
But it's like if you look at 140, that's the gridiron, bro. That's all grown ass motherfuckers up there, bro. If we had to compare the shit, that's the NFL and y'all pee-wee football. Yep. Y'all
They're little giants.
Pee-wee flag.
Maybe it's the like flag football, yeah.
Think about it. Subriel Matias killed a man. All right? That's what's up there, Ryan. That's what's at 40, bro. Motherfucker like that. Are you ready for that? No. You know.
And I'd even pick Keyshawn Davis and Shakur to beat Ryan right now. Easily.
So when you think about the kind of motherfucking Regis had wars, Chong had wars, Taylor had wars, Subriel's out here killing people, bro. You not ready for that? And then you got the highly skilled motherfuckers that now they probably won't kill you, but they'll beat you at 35 and Lomachenko. Why you think Ryan Garcia versus Vasyl Lomachenko was never a conversation or a hot topic? Because everybody knows how that ends. Everybody knows. Like, bro, Loma, even right now, he will embarrass you. He will. You don't have it for him. You don't have it for Shakur neither. Devin is a little bit more winnable, but I still think he would beat Ryan. And that's why you never wanted that fight. You don't want it now.
That's why Baby laughed. That's why Baby laughed when he was saying like, "Oh, he's too small for lightweight." Well, you're not about to fight him, so what do you care?
Basically, if he's too small, then get in there and show us.
Thank you. That's why I'm okay. Well, you gonna fight him? You gonna fight him?
If he's too small, you're a weight bully. Move up.
Hey,
for real.
If you notice, Ryan never looked confident when those two came face to face when they started talking about having a fight. And Ryan always looked kind of like, not confident at all.
And I bet you this is what's kind of irritating. we know Devin is in negotiations for Loma. If Loma beats Devin, if he does, I bet you Ryan gonna start bumping his gums, bro.
Oh yeah.
I bet you. And it's like, bro,
oh, he can't wait till he lose. He can't wait.
Okay, can I say something? In a world, imagine a world when every fighter on one division fights each other. Every mandatory position gets fulfilled and gets done. I don't think there will be a term like Eurobump.
Exactly.
Maybe it would be a term for American bump, maybe. But Eurobump, I don't know if will that exist. Let's say, for example, this guy. Stanionis is from Europe, right?
Lithuania.
Okay. Remember what happened when Yugas was to face Stanionis?
El miedo, man. El miedo. He was terrified, bro.
But it was a Eurobomb, right? According to these guys.
That's what they like to call him.
What's the deal? He had time to make that fight before the
Spence fight.
Yeah.
He did.
What's the problem? If it's a Eurobomb, it's a easy fight.
Él no quería.
But his Spence fights him. Oh, it's a big fight.
Manín, él no quería. De verdad. If you remember how he was acting when that order came, he estaba enfogonado, bro. He was pissed because he knew, this fucking dude might beat me before I get to Spence. He went to the fucking. Where's the WBA located? I think it's in Venezuela. He took a plane down there, bro. He went there in person. Like, fuck calling him. Fuck FaceTiming him. I'm going there.
Because I think it's in Panama City.
Yeah, Panama. My fault, Panama. I'm like, fam, you went all the way to Panama when you could have called them? You could yell at them on the phone. This Lithuanian got you so scared. You went down to fucking Panama to beat it. Like, please don't make me fight him. Let me fight. Like, bro, that said it all for me. Like, you don't want to fight Stanionis. If he's a bum, fight him. Take care of him. Get that payday. He's a bum. Or is it because he's not a bum? And he'll fuck you up and take your belt. The way he fought against Spence, we know what would have happened.
He would have fucked him up.
He's just like the Pereira that beat Adesanya in the fight. And last night, if you watch that fight in the 5th round, Izzy's like, I'm ready to die in here. And Alex said across the ring, I'm ready to kill. And knocked the motherfucker out. I loved it.
Fuck.
That's what you're dealing with at 140 with him.
Imagine Ryan would reach his procreate.
Oh.
Bro, he hit that motherfucker. His only thing left in the ring would be his hair. The rest of that motherfucker turned into sand.
Bro, I try to promote that fight on Twitter, and these motherfuckers are coming up with fucking Ryan Garcia versus Jojo Diaz. That fucking slapper. Come on,
man. Bro, Jojo just got the shit beat out of him by William Zepeda.
He may never be the same again after that.
I don't think Ryan would fight Zepeda.
Nah, he wouldn't fight Zepeda.
Nope.
Let me read the super chat. Will says, you're just hating Ryan the Diva Garcia because he's handsome. That kid has everything wrong with him. All style, no substance.
I'm going to change boxing. I'm going to show this beautiful sport.
Yeah.
You know what this shit is? They're going to take his gloves off after he knock out Davis. They're going to see he got white nail polish.
Oh,
you know what? Oscar's gonna give him an autographed package of fishnets, man.
Fuck, man, he's gonna give him those dick pills, those fucking dick pills that he's selling, bro. Because you know how
celebrate that knockout with a Menudo.
The lights,
he's gonna give
lights
those
out.
to his boyfriend.
Yeah, Oscar got those pills. They're called lights out. Jules, if they do have a fight, are fucking Floyd and Oscar going to hog the camera time at all the press conferences?
I hope they do, because that would help.
I do too, though.
That would help sell the fight, believe it or not, those two giants. But I'll tell you what, though. Oscar is 10 times the promoter that Floyd is.
Yep.
Absolutely.
10 times.
Do
Because
you think Floyd Mayweather will show up to that shit?
you know what's funny? He might not.
I don't know. His ego won't let De La Hoya be the only one there.
He hasn't gone to Tank's fights in a while.
That's what I was gonna ask. How involved is Floyd really these days? I mean, like he's still, it wasn't that long ago he told Shakur and Devin to leave Javante alone. So to some degree, he's keeping tabs on what's going on.
The man held a press conference for his fake fight on the same day as his charge.
I understand that, but his ego will not let Oscar De La Hoya be the main icon promoting that fight there. Him getting all the camera time. He won't allow Oscar to be the only one there.
Yeah, but
I mean, you gotta sell the
Can you
fight.
imagine if they do an exhibition on the undercard? That would be hysterical.
Him and
At the
Oscar
same
hate
time-
each other, man.
Don't give them ideas.
Wait, I think Oscar is more. Floyd lives more in Oscar's head than the reverse.
Yeah.
I don't think Floyd thinks that much about Oscar because he beat him.
Yeah.
But Oscar, I think he wakes up and think, how I wanna this guy and as fighters his promotional company.
But Leo, every time,
and also his best friend tried to
but every
try to
time,
destroy his
yeah.
company.
But Leo, every time Oscar sends a shot, Floyd sends one right back. He never
but
ignores a shot.
Leo's right though. Floyd doesn't spend time shading Oscar. Oscar does that. Like he does. Like Floyd doesn't spend time on Oscar. The only thing that'll draw Floyd out is if Oscar starts talking too much shit. I could see that because Oscar is gonna talk shit. Believe that. He's gonna talk shit.
In between, probably talking shit about Canelo too. So
yeah, really, because that's the two guys that live in Oscar's head: Floyd, Canelo, and Eddie Hearn.
And the flip is Canelo lives in Floyd's head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
even though he won, which is bizarre. That's how I know. Because that's how I know. Listen, all these years, but if you've been paying attention, Floyd never took shots at Canelo. He didn't have to. I beat him. I schooled him. Fuck, I'm gonna take shots at him for.
But it wasn't until he won, until he became the undisputed. That's when he was talking hella shit.
I'll tell you what. Fuck
Julius.
Fuck them belts. It wasn't them belts. It was that 40 M's.
The money.
Yep.
Is he the reason? Do you guys really think maybe Canelo is the reason that Floyd doesn't?
It was that DAZN deal.
Tom, go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you guys really think Canelo is the reason that Floyd has to take all these exhibitions now? Like maybe that is the hate that he has to like humiliate himself to the boxing world because Canelo bankrupted him.
Bro, I'm just thinking, where did the 40 M's come from? Showtime offered a fighter they don't have under contract 40 M's.
And it is the same company that gave Wilder like $12 million when the zone offered him $20 million to fight Brazil and part of that AJ deal.
I don't think that Showtime had 40 M's to offer Canelo. I think it came from Floyd. I always thought that. They're like, it don't make sense. Why you mad at a dude that you whooped his ass? Like, you really whooped his ass. It don't make sense for you to still be taking shots at him. And you wasn't doing that before.
I mean, that was around that time. That was around that time that he was shading him, right? I mean,
no, the first shot happened when they announced that 10-fight deal with the $360 million from DAZN. Then when he said, "Well, I made that in one night," that's when it really started.
Yeah, but you know what?
No, that's when it all started. Like when they were hyping up Canelo, he's on Forbes, he's the face. That's when that first shot started, and he started going ever since then.
Bro, if you look at him when he got the little turtleneck, the little tight turtleneck, he got the black turtleneck. Shit. Y'all know the interview because it's on.
Yeah, is that what you said? Where that's where I cooked this dude? I already cooked it. I was damn near 40 when I cooked
Steve
this
Jobs
dude.
joint.
If you look at him, he's literally upset, bro. Look at him, like
he's spiteful. He's spiteful.
He was mad, and I'm like, I'm watching this shit. I'm like, I don't understand why you mad. What, you mad because he didn't sign with Al? Nah, that can't be it. I think it's because what does Floyd always say? If you talking about Al, you talking about me. That's my partner. Well, that would then have to mean that the money Al uses is your money. That's how I look at it. That 40 M's they guaranteed Canelo came from Floyd. And he mad. Like, damn, y'all done used my money to pay this bastard, and he don't even stay with us. He robbed me. He robbed me, yo.
The salty hate is real.
Hey, they could have fixed that. All they had to do was send Caleb to the zone. Could have just done that.
But you know what? Canelo got hate for Floyd too because he was talking about fight me now. You know.
I mean, it's because he keeps talking. Like I dig it, but it's just that I saw that, and I'm like, it doesn't make if the pay-per-view did well, right? And they reported that it did well. It just doesn't make sense for you to be doing that. You beat the shit out of this dude years ago. Why would I don't understand that? Like, it don't make sense. And the only way it makes sense is, they used your money to pay him on the premise that they could get him to sign a long, a 2-3 fight deal. And when he didn't do it, you got pissed off because they used your money to get him in. That's what I think it was.
Well, Floyd's got nobody to blame for that but himself.
Real shit.
So, I mean, why is your money tied up in that shit anyway? You should have it all.
Yeah, no, it's a combination of things. Floyd is not getting invited to these golf tournaments. He's not. They don't call schmooze. Remember that fucking clip in England when he's standing there next to AJ like a groupie?
Yeah.
Like, they don't do that to Canelo.
Well, they don't really fuck with Floyd because
He's over there.
Like, look, there's people that they can appreciate Floyd's boxing and appreciate the career that he had. But outside of the actual ring, there's a lot of people that don't like him. You know, they like everybody else. They like Mike. They like Canelo. They like Leonard. They like a lot of other guys. But with Floyd, there's a respect thing about him that they don't like. For a lot of men, just a lot of men, and people don't want to understand that, if you hit girls off top, it's going to be a lot of men that don't fuck with you. Off top. This is cold, whatever you want to call it. Motherfucker always gonna look at you like, yo, man, you just some kind of bitch, bro. I don't care what she was doing, bro. You supposed to be able to take that. I don't care what she was doing. And you out and then you a little dude that's hitting a girl. It's off top. It's a lot of guys not gonna fuck with you just off of that. You know what I mean? Then there's the other guys, they don't fuck with you. And I don't agree with those guys, but they think you scary. They're like, you always wait until the right time. It's a lot of people that don't like him off of that. So you not really nobody's sweetheart. And the illusion, Floyd was part of the biggest fights in boxing. The illusion is that you sold it all by yourself. No, you didn't. Oscar helped you sell those pay-per-views. Canelo helped you sell those pay-per-views because he was coming into stardom. That's why you fought him. Because he had the Mexican fans behind him. Cotto had the Puerto Rican fans. He helped you sell that. Pacquiao, obviously he had his legions of fucking mutants that loved him. You know what I mean? Conor, he had mad fucking fans. The illusion is that because all these pay-per-views did good, it was because of Floyd. Like, no, fam.
What'd the Berto fight do?
Ha! The fuck that shit did, bro.
They didn't call Floyd for Hennessy. Than his pay-per-view against Baltimore.
Okay, but Julius,
they didn't call Floyd to do Hennessy.
They don't want a dude that hits women. And motherfuckers, it's a lot of feeble-minded motherfuckers that don't understand that. It's a lot of people that don't fuck with you just off of that. Motherfuckers really don't want to hear all that bullshit. Like, bro, you hit girls, bro. There's a lot of motherfuckers not gonna respect you just off of that. Whatever man, get the fuck out of here, bro. You a pro boxer hitting a girl. Fuck is your problem? And then cause you little, him being little makes it worse. Cause like, yo, you really are a fucking coward. That's how a lot of guys look at him. I see it all the time. In the woman beater. Coward. I see this shit. They motherfuckers say it.
We're gonna get that woman beater.
I also think there's a quality that like.
What do you think they're gonna say about Tank in the build-up?
Guys like Canelo, AJ, Mike Tyson, they're still like relatable celebrities. Like people actually identify with them on a level that they can't identify with Floyd because he's always talking about how much fucking money he has.
Yeah, and he doesn't act like it. Like Floyd didn't endear himself to, not that he had to, because he made his money and it worked for him. His strategy worked for him. So it's not like it was a failure. But it's more along the lines of what you just said. Mike endeared himself to people because he shows you that he's human. You know, he talks about his fears and all those different things all the time. Leonard, he's still that playboy. Like, he's still that dude, bro. He's still that dude. Yeah, you don't got a scratch on him.
And here's the difference. Here's
like,
one of the
so
differences
caught
between
AJ just out in London, just hanging out. It's a difference.
and the difference between Tyson and Floyd. Tyson can actually read. He quotes Nietzsche, Art of War. He's actually intelligent. I know you're laughing, but I'm dead serious. Tyson is very well read, scholarly, like straight up.
I think
He's been training Confuciusly.
Wait, Jim Carrey did say this long time ago. After, I don't know, sometime that Mike Tyson went there and
the McNeely fight.
Yeah, he said, I think that the reason why people liked Mike Tyson so much is they want to see the guy that they don't want to run up to. The kind of guy that can fuck you up. They want to see that guy they are terrified. They want to see him in the ring. That is something that Floyd that mystic. Floyd Mayweather is a great fighter, but he never had that.
Yeah, like he wasn't like even Roy, like if you live through the Tyson era and the Roy era, right? You like Roy was like Achilles, like, bro, who is this guy? How the fuck did he do that? You know, that was the Roy era in a word. And Mike was just like, yo, this dude is a god or some type of shit. Like, who the fuck is this, bro? How old is he? You know, that was like the Tyson era. With Floyd, unless you understood boxing to some degree, you couldn't appreciate him. To outside looking in, they don't like, and it's kind of sad because he's a great boxer. But unless you really understand boxing, you can't appreciate Floyd because no, you're not a knockout puncher. After a while, you wasn't that.
Yeah, he never even came back from adversity. You know,
he did. No, he did. He saw adversity in the Augustus fight. He saw adversity in the Cotto fight. He saw adversity in the Castillo fight.
He was never in like serious trouble.
It's more along the lines of he's an acquired taste. Like he. I remember he used to get mad about people calling him the best defensive fighter. You are the best defensive fighter. You're not the best fighter.
What's so wrong with that? What's so wrong with that?
To me, it's like the difference between Jay-Z and Nas, in my opinion. Like, I always identify with Nas more, just because, like, you talk about being a fucking billionaire, how awesome you are. By like the 15th verse, I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, like the parallel for them is like Jay. Jay make that good party shit. Titties start to come out, bitches start dancing. He used to make party shit, you know. And Nas,
yeah.
Nas, I don't want to listen to It Was Written, bro. Fuck that. But like, I don't give a shit who's a Nas fan. He just, to me, you're boring. And that's kind of like how people look at Floyd. That you're a great boxer, but that doesn't mean you're not boring. And that's how they look at him. Me personally, the work he did with Cotto, that's one of my favorite fights. That was a great fight. That was a fun ass fight. The work he did on Canelo, that was a great performance. He stood in the pocket with him, dominated the pocket, counted him. Canelo couldn't do shit with this man. Whatever's whatever, but it was a great performance. But, bro, it's just a lot of people that don't like Floyd, bro. They just don't like him, and they got their reasons. One, your angle was being an asshole. Two, you hit a girl, bro. Off top, it's a section of men that they not going to fuck with you just off of that. Fuck you look like being a professional boxer hitting girls. The fuck is your problem?
I think the other thing for people that are really involved in boxing, professional fighters, retired fighters, is jealousy in some way and admiration in the other way. Because some of these guys, maybe they're broke. Maybe they got sequels. I mean, they have permanent damage across their careers, and they watch Floyd and they say, "This motherfucker, he's a nobody. He won't survive in my era." But deep down, maybe they'll say, "I wish I could have a career like Floyd Mayweather."
You mean they envy him? They envy him. Some,
yeah.
Yeah, some envy him.
Yeah,
I have a question for the panel, real quick. Would you rather have Floyd's career or would you rather have Mike Tyson's career?
Floyd's.
Tyson's.
Yeah, Floyd.
I'd rather have Floyd's.
Tyson's.
I'd rather have Tyson.
See, this is what you're not saying, right? This is me, right? This is kind of like how I know Floyd did not grow as a person. Boxing is over. You could have endeared yourself to the fans the way that George did in the second phase of his career. George came back a completely different man. He grew as a person, and he endeared himself to people, and people loved him when he came back because he was more relatable. Floyd, you still running around here showing money like it's a 90s rap video. My God, you know why I can't relate to that? I don't even carry cash, bro. The fuck you look? You still carrying wads? Like, yo, you look like an old 90s, 2000s rap video.
You ever see some
and
of
I'm
those
just gonna say
that's why my brother doesn't listen to Jay-Z anymore.
Him going over there to the Middle East and being fodder for them to entertain them is just, it's a disgusting look.
You guys ever see those outfits he's been wearing?
Oh my God! Like
the picture
just as like a
Come on,
genie.
baby, let's get on up.
My man, just his personality is, he has no personality, bro. He has no personality outside boxing and his money.
More hateration, holleration in this disobedience.
Sometimes you gotta wonder, like, you look at what he wears, like, do you raid Grace Jones's closet?
Bro, he stay with these. He stay with these Superman boots, right?
He looked like he was
at least a bomber in his closet.
He really looked like one of them really bad, like
with the
models.
Hey, yo, look,
with the flower knees, like he done rubber out some.
He was in
cooking
Franchise
and shit.
Listen, it's certain clothes, right? He need a stylist, and this is how I know either he don't have a stylist or his stylist don't like him or something. You little. No, listen.
He does have a stylist. It's Franchise Cruz.
Let me tell you. When you little, right? Because he's a little person. He's not a big man. See, if he was 6'5" with them boots, it'll work. Believe it or not. The clothes that look okay for the little man don't really look. I mean, the clothes that look okay for the big man, they don't really look okay on the little man. Like if his little ass tried to wear like a trench coat, you gonna look like you wearing your big brother shit because you little.
He gonna be Black Dracula if he put that shit on.
Yeah, like you little, but when you know if you 6 feet or 6'5" or something like that, and it just look different to fit. But you little, so when you wear them big ass boots. That shit just you.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Like, if Pop, if I wore those in front of my pops, he would beat my fucking ass. I'm serious.
Bro, if I showed up on my if I was to go back to the block wearing them motherfucking galoshes, motherfuckers would whoop my ass. I'm like, what the fuck you doing?
On general principle.
Motherfucker had these. I think he was at a Lakers game, bro. He was at a Lakers game. And it's like, he don't have, like, you got money, but you really don't know how to dress. Like, for real, like, nah, you got money to buy anything.
In that one picture, man, he had on one of them black pointy shoes. They look like
he's a bad bitch.
Shoes, man.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, man.
He's a bad bitch.
He was like a bad bitch. Yo, he had a maroon red jacket with maroon red shiny galoshes. I'm like, fam, like,
he was wearing a maroon one piece,
like really short shorts or something, whereas like his legs was exposed.
And it's like fashionable, fashionable shit. Like it's not fashionable for you to have a coat that like I don't know if people realize that, but it's like you got he got that Fendi coat, the Fendi hoodie, right? And you look like a bitch on 2/5, B.
No, he really was wearing a maroon like cat suit, bro.
Like, I didn't just see him on a 2 train with that joint. Like, fam, you look like a bitch on 2 Feezy, man. Like that Fendi, like, nah, son, you
He's tacky, bro.
Like,
he's just tacky.
Okay, to be honest, I think what Floyd Mayweather does is on purpose. I think it has a reason. Look, let's take for example a clown. A clown. If you go with a clown outfit anywhere, you're gonna look like shit, but you're going to pop up like a motherfucker because that's why you get the outfit of a clown, to stand up, not necessarily to look good, to look presentable. Is to stand up. And most of these guys, these celebrities that they don't have anything beyond their image, they use that to increase their level of attention to itself. Every celebrity that works mostly with his image goes to that route. Now, Floyd Mayweather needs to do that. I don't know. I don't really know.
He just doesn't listen. He not fly like on some real shit. Like nah, like that dude is not like you. Really not fly. You got bread to buy nice shit, but the way you put it together, the shit don't be fly. Like
there's different ways to peacock.
Maybe that's why he fought his girl. Like she was taking his clothes.
Bro, he was probably taking her boots. He probably took her boots.
Okay, do you understand my point that
him and Young Thug need to do a fashion line together, man. Come on.
I'm telling you, look. For example, Ye, right? Ye, like, fam, look, you are a musical genius. Like he got some shit. Like his beats is nuts.
Oh, that's facts. That's facts.
But on some fashion shit. Bro, I seen him with them big ass. He had like these Super Mario boots on. I'm like,
they were like moon boots or some shit.
Yeah,
like,
nut, bro.
The shit was just mad big. The heel was just mad big.
Like, how do you even walk? How do you even walk in those?
Like he's making clothes out of fucking carpet now.
Was that actually a real photo? Were those boots really that big?
Nah, country. I know the one you seen. It's two of them, right? And one of them they just really super duper exaggerated, like OD exact. But even the regular one, it's like, bro, that shit is not fly, bro. And I know it's a group of folk that they sheep and they gonna go with whatever you tell them to buy. The young folk, we grown, we are of age. I'm looking at that shit. Bro, those look like Super Mario boots, bro.
It's not that he has that.
Bro,
it's that he has
he
has a small group of enablers around him.
Like when you were a little kid, when you were a little kid, and you put on your dad's shoes and they too big.
Motherfucking got them Yeezys, right? Motherfucker got them Yeezys, right? You know what that shit look like, bro? That shit look like a motherfucking xenomorph head from Alien. You seen them Yeezys, man?
Ew. It's like snowshoes, bro.
Those
like
is the ugliest. Those is the ugliest fucking shoes. And it's listen. I could buy 3 or 4 or 5 of them. I can't yet right now. I don't. They're ugly. That shit is ugly.
And you got these dumb motherfuckers be buying that shit. They think, oh, that's fashionable. Get that fuck out of here.
Yo, that shit look like sperms. That's what that shit look like. Sperm. It look like some sperms. Look at them shits. It look like motherfucking sperm is on your foot. Man, shit. Look like sperm. Like, why would I wear that?
That's wild, man.
Got them new sperms. Them new semen joints.
Yep. I'll be wearing that after she done fuck Pete Davidson, so.
Bro, like, I never, and I'm like, yo, people, and I like, one time I was on Twitter, I seen somebody say that. I was about to comment like, yeah, that's got to be the ugliest shit I've ever seen. But I read the thread, and yo, it was really people. If you can't afford them, you should just say that. And it was just a whole coat of retards defending them. Like, fam, it's not that people got money. I got money. I just don't want to buy them ugly ass shits. Like, that shit ugly. You go outside thinking you look dope with that shit? Like, nah, that shit ugly, bro. I'm sorry. Nah, that shit ugly. You just buying that shit because it's a status symbol, which is what kids do. I know because I was a kid when Parasucos was the shit, when First Down was the shit, when fucking Mermon was the shit. You had to get the Merm. I've been through all them phases. The Chris Cross era, everybody coming outside wearing they shit back. I've been through that. That's how I know.
Hey,
that's how I know though that like y'all kids is doing that shit because it's a status symbol. Not even because that shit is fly. What happened?
Rory Johnson says, on the subject of badly dressed boxers, how come Sean Porter dressing like a preacher who embezzling it from his own church?
Hey, yo, I will say this about
That's not true. Sean know how to dress. He just make one big mistake.
The Windsor Knots. The Windsor Knots.
It'll be like, for example, he'll have a good blazer, good shirt, good pants, but the shoes, he'll have like some leprechaun shoe. Like, bro, where did you find them shoes, bro?
He dresses like Jim Carrey from The Mask, bro.
I mean, see me, y'all. That's a pet peeve of mine. The Windsor Knots. They have to be the right, like they have to look right. His is way too big. Way too big.
It's like if you look at his outfit, I'll be looking at his fits. I'm like, nah, this shit is fly, but he'll have one big thing that fuck it all up. Like what he just mentioned, his Windsor knot was the size of a baby's head. Why is your Windsor knot so big?
Or he'll wear like a big ass hat.
It didn't make like the Windsor, like yo, he had the V-neck and the Windsor knot is the size of the V. I'm like, yo,
bruh,
why? Yeah. And then the other time he had this nice green blazer, the emerald green. The whole fit was dope. But he had some real old lady going to the DMV shoes, like the shiny shits.
I remember his socks too. He wore like out of whack socks with the fit too as well, like with the suit. Like the socks didn't match and shit. Like,
but Sean could dress though. It's just he'll make one mistake that'll fuck up the whole. It really don't even fuck up the fit because it's like, nah, it's a nice outfit. You just need to do something about that Windsor knot. Like, why is that shit like that? Floyd, nah, you dress like a 95 R&B video. You know what I mean? Motherfucker had a bubble with Fendi all over it with the hoodie, and it's like, fam, like, nah, son. This shit, son. It don't look right. For somebody that made the money you made, bro, you should have like a technological outfit. It's a white tee that keeps you warm in sub-zero weather, B.
You should have a white tee that changes colors.
What, yo, it's clothes that do that when the sun hit them.
Fuck out of here!
I seen this shit on fucking TikTok. The bitch had a dress that it was a white dress that turned pink when the sun hit it, and when she went inside, it turned blue. And when she was in the shade, it was white. I'm like,
yo,
it's going down. B, like the technology. I'm like, for you to be wearing some shit that it has someone else's brand on it, for someone of your stature, you know what I mean? It doesn't look right. It looks like you trying to show people, look at my Fendi jacket, look at my galoshes. Like, nah, fam. We know you got bread. Like, we don't need to. You don't got to do so much. But then again, like I said, he little. You know what I mean? It's like that. Y'all seen the video, the joint walked right past him. She ain't give him a second look. She wanted to be hugged up on AJ. AJ over there wearing a white tee and some jeans. You know what I'm saying? Like just a white tee and some jeans. Walked right past Floyd and all his diamonds and all his galoshes and all his patches and shit. She ain't give a fuck about that. This dude got on a white tee and some jeans.
The look on Floyd's face is like it looks like the kid that was left behind, like by the school bus. That's how he looked.
Yeah. That was priceless.
What about me, guys?
He looked like he looked like he got stood up at the prom. Or some shit. Yeah, he got stood up at the prom. Like
what? Who?
I'm just saying that he didn't have to try to stand out because he already stood out. She seen the size of his arm and started thinking about the size of his dick, B. That's all that. Not you, man. Like, you ain't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, like, yo, the lady in the video, she probably like, ooh, he probably got a big old meats. And she ain't even look at it.
Wow! Like you see how like Floyd awkwardly jumped in the photo, wait, okay,
because he was waiting to be acknowledged. He was waiting to be like he not used to that. You just gonna walk past me? You not even gonna look at me? Nothing. That's crazy, yo. He felt stupid, B. And like I said, AJ didn't have no super duper watch, no super duper chain, no super, just a white tee, some muscles, and he tall and. She ain't see Floyd. Like, who's Floyd? What? Floyd? Flayweather? What's a Flayweather? She ain't even see him, B. She probably thought he was there to help or some shit. Like get the coffee or some shit. Cause she ain't even look at him.
That's cool.
That shit was crazy, B. And it's like,
shit.
I stopped trying so hard, man. You wearing these funny looking ass outfits and shit.
Out here wearing these. Get the coffee.
Bro, he wearing
Come
these.
on, man. He had Shantae Jackson, man, and he fucked that up, man. Come on now.
Listen, you know when they did Floyd dirty? I know they did him dirty on purpose. I know they did this on purpose. I know they did. They had this like sports lady, right? She like fucking 6'5", wearing heels. She like 6'8", whatever. Blonde lady at an award show. And they had Floyd presenting with her. Yo, I swear to God, he looked like Frodo next to this broad, B. He was mad tiny, B. I'm like, yo, whoever set this up, you ain't shit. You knew exactly what you was doing.
Hey, Jules, he was trying to ride the tree ant, man.
Yo, if you look at the shit, it looked like he really looked like a Hobbit of the Shire next to the joint.
He looked like a ventriloquist dummy.
Like she could have sat him on his lap. TBE.
Hey, he's the new Charlie McCarthy, man.
Real shit, yo.
But right quick though, circling back to Oscar, I think y'all tell me this, but I don't think Oscar's ever gotten over that loss to Floyd.
Yeah,
I think so.
Of course he didn't, bro. Why you think he been fucking harping about that shit? It's not the loss though. Somebody told me another angle. They told me another reason, not just the loss. Another reason is Floyd gamed him. You know, Oscar thought he was gonna get a rematch.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did. That's right. Oh, yeah, Floyd played his ass. That's right, he did.
He gamed his ass.
He did.
Yo.
He did. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I think at least that's a part of it, that he was supposed to get a second fight and he never got it. And then
he fucked around and retired. He retired.
And by the time Floyd came back, oh, that shit void, bro. Like you done got fucked up like 3 times since I left, bro.
God damn.
Yeah, he mad off of that shit. But yeah, yo, like nah, man. Listen, man. Floyd just don't know how to dress. Like you can have money, but that really don't mean you got style. Like style is not a lot. Style is just that's natural. Like yeah, Sean got style. Motherfucking Thurman dressed like the dude in Kickboxer. Who remember Nuke Sukau? Remember the t-shirt when he was training in the city that had all the holes in it? He had like a t-shirt. It had no sleeves, cut off. He's doing the moves and shit. Yo, Thurman got a shirt just like that, like the Nook Sukau.
I'm about to say who the worst dressed, Floyd Mayweather or Westbrook?
Nah. See Westbrook. Nah. I'm gonna be real. Westbrook trying too hard, man. Like you trying too hard, bro. Like he be wearing some weird shit. But
every time I see Westbrook dress, I'll be like, man, where the red ass so he can tell him to take his fucking meds because he like a fucking mental patient.
He really like he wants some because he tall as shit. So you wearing that crazy looking shit just make it look more crazy because you so big. But man, I don't know, man.
Why can't people dress normal? And why can't they just dress normal?
Yo, it's motherfuckers that'll really wear a purse and they cool. I can't do it like fam. I don't need the satchel to come across.
No.
Unzip the little zipper, pull the cigarettes out. Like, nah, I ain't doing all that.
Yo, Jules, what's your sneaker of choice?
Honestly, even though I'm from the East Coast, you would think it's Air Force Ones. It used to be, but my sneaker of choice is Chuck Taylor's.
Oh yeah, excellent choice.
For years to work out.
That's what you always rock. I got like 4 pairs.
Yeah, Chuck Taylor's. That's my go-to. And then if it's not Chuck Taylor's, it's Vans. And then I might get the odd
California for real.
Yeah, like I don't like because you could multi-purpose those, and I found that out years ago that like whether you just gonna do some shit or you want to be casual dressy with the cardigan and the button down, You could really wear Chucks or Vans and do all of that, and that's
pretty much all I wear nowadays. Chucks and Vans when I go out casual.
Yeah, and it'll look like it's an outfit, in other words. But if you got if you got Forces, and the other thing is, I grew up in an era where you could go to 4th, 5th, and Broadway and get a pair of Forces for 75 yams. You could suck my dick 200 times if you think I'm gonna give you $200 for some Forces.
Don't tell me that's how much they cost nowadays.
That is what they cost.
Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, and because of resellers like Air Max and like Forces used to be my favorite shoe, but because of resellers, they fucked that all up. So now I'm on to like New Balance and Reebok and Fila. Like I'm trying to branch out.
Real shit.
Jules, you wear Chuck Taylors and Vans. Are you a skater?
Yeah, man. I'll be skating to these motherfucking boxing talks, bro.
Bro, that's actually really popular style though. Like on my college campus, that's what everybody wears now. Is like either it's Chucks, it's Vans, or it's like Blazers, Nike Blazers.
Chucks will never the Chucks will never go out of style. Never.
It depends. I'm gonna say it depends on the individual and their look and their preferred dress. Like myself, I'm very low maintenance. I'm like just in general. Like I'm not an ostentatious person. Like I'm really not. That's why I love flannel. So for me, I want to be able to have something that I can multi-purpose and get a lot out of it. And it's like, I noticed with the Chucks, if I got a cardigan with a button down and a tie, it still go. But if I just got some regular hoodie and some jeans or whatever, it still go. You know what I mean? So it's like, I could use that. Whereas I'm not going to run out and get every fucking pair of Dunks, bro. Suck my dick. It's like 300, 400 pairs of them shits. Fuck out of here, bro. And then they crease too easy, which is really why I stopped buying Forces. That was the main reason in the 2000s. In the 2000s, the main reason I stopped buying Forces is because after 6 wears, the fucking shit starts creasing. I'm like, nah, this shit is ridiculous now. It's like, y'all, what is this shit made out of that it crease so easy? I ain't barely wore this shit. You know what I mean? I can't fuck with Forces no more, B. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, only dudes in wheelchairs can rock Forces.
Yeah.
Yo, I saw on the WBC website they selling Air Forces for like $500 just slapping that logo on it and their design.
They fucking crazy for that shit. Fuck.
Plus George cost too damn much. You should damn fuck.
Yeah, like it's a frivolity for me. Like, I was never big on J's. I was never, even when I was just never big on them shit. So I'm like, fam, you running out and get that shit so that 5 motherfuckers on the block that had the same shit you got. It's gonna be you with the same shit. Y'all motherfuckers look crazy. That's why I never got no tattoos neither. I always tell that story. When I seen all these motherfuckers getting all these tattoos, I'm like, see, now I don't want one. Because
plus, how's that gonna look when you old? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like shit. I can't be doing some shit just because of I see a bunch of other motherfuckers do that shit. I cannot, like, nah. And that's why motherfuckers was doing it. Like, even now, motherfucker get a tattoo of any old bullshit. Like, oh, I've got to get a new tattoo of what? Of what? Of nothing. Some shit that another motherfucker drew.
And one thing that's annoying is like celebrities get them and like they get a tattoo to like, I don't know, like that relates to their love interest. Then they end up covering that shit when they break up. So it's like, what the fuck you get the tattoo for?
Yeah, I'm good, B. I don't want none. And now I'm damn near 40, so I really don't want. Like, I think I always play with the idea, but then I'm like, bro, I could take that money and do a bunch of other shit with it. Fuck, I look like
gas. You could buy weed. You buy drugs, peds. You know,
I could buy peds. I could buy Osterin and clenbuterol.
Possibilities endless.
You can get snakes from Canelo, man.
Could buy that tea that Oscar Valdez was drinking before the Conceição fight.
I gotta try some of that shit.
You know you gonna be on
bullshit. All my older dudes like get on that TRT. That's actually very beneficial for you.
That trend, bro. That trend that had you out here, motherfucking ready to jump over a building.
Yeah. Y'all really think he's gonna park Navarrete?
Nah, I do though. I really do. Like that's my pick. Like I'm going with that. I got Oscar winning that fight.
Yeah, same.
You're gonna be
not
on
sure if he stopped
trend.
it, but I got Oscar winning either way. So
you're gonna be on that trend. You're gonna jump over the whole state of Arizona. You're gonna take one leap in the air and don't come back down. That trend. Is he gonna vacate before he moves up? You know what he's gonna do. He's still gonna keep the title at 2-6, so that if he loses, he could go back
down. Exactly.
Go back down, still champion at 2-6. That's how you gonna do that shit. On that note, ladies and germs, it's been real. Time to go to bed.
All right, guys.
Yo, night.
Nos vemos.
Later.
Right.